Welcome to Arthritis Help, where you learn to move differently so you can feel better. I'm Dr. Dave, physical therapist, and today we're going to be working on one of my favorite exercises to help get flexibility in the spine, but we're going to get it in the side-to-side range. We're going to learn how to open up the side of the body. Very often people focus on forward and backwards, flexion and extension of the spine, but today we're going to open up the sides, which is great for respiratory capacity, inflating the lungs. It's great for balance, especially when we shift to one leg when we're walking, and it's great for anybody who has a little bit of scoliosis to help open up into that curvature. And I love this exercise because we could do it in sitting. You don't need to lay down. You can do it anywhere, anytime. It's fantastic. So all we're going to do is sit in a chair comfortably. You want to be off the backrest so you're not leaning into the chair, but you're sitting upright. And then you're going to make sure that your feet are comfortably planted on the floor, and you're just going to get a sense of your sit bones, of the bones that you sit on, and feel that if you slouch, if you kind of slump down, you start to sit on the tailbone a little bit, and if you arch extra, you start to sit on the back of the thigh bones, but if you find somewhere in the middle, you wind up sitting right on these kind of butt bones, these sit bones right here, which were designed to be platforms to take our body weight in sitting. So we want to get comfortable sitting on that sit bone. And then from here, you're just going to take a little mental scan and see, do you sit a little bit more on one sit bone, a little bit more on the other, or are you pretty symmetrical? Are you even? Are you forward and back? And just kind of get a sense of where you are. For me, I can sense that I put a little bit more pressure on my right side than my left side, so I'm going to start moving off to the right. So for this exercise, what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand and you're going to put it palm open on the top of your head, not the back, right on the top of your head. And you're just going to shift your body weight onto that right sit bone, right? And feel your body move onto that right sit bone. Good. Now you have two options when you're going to shift to the right. You can either tip your body over so this elbow comes down and it's just body weight going to the right, or you can do more of a glide over to the right, and when you do that, the elbow is going to lift up and the ribs are going to open on that side. So I want you to do the glide version. So not the tipping, but where you glide your body to the right and feel that you can press through that right sit bone to open up your right ribs and lift your right elbow in the air, but the hand stays comfortably on the head. And then come right back to center. We're just going to do that a few times where you glide, you find that center of the sit bones, you glide over onto that right sit bone, you push through the right cheek, right sit bone into the surface of the chair, and feel how you can lift up that right side of the body and that right elbow as you do. Good. And we're just going to go back and forth a few times, opening up that right side body. Good. Now I want you to think about your feet. Your feet are flat on the floor. Okay, you're going to take that hand, put it right back on your head. You're going to notice that if you put a little bit of pressure through your left foot, you can actually help push your body, help glide your body to the right and give a little bit of a more enhanced version of that lift of the ribs and of the elbow on that right side. And then come back to center. So we're shifting onto that right cheek. You're feeling the left foot push through the ground. You're feeling the elbow lift and the ribs open on this side. And you're becoming like a little C shape, a C curve. Everything on the left side is getting compressed. Everything on the right side getting big and open. And relax. Very nice. You just repeat that for maybe a minute, maybe not even, and just feel how that right side of your body opens. And so you sit, and now as I'm sitting here, I can just feel this openness, this fluidness through that right side. So I want to even it off to the left. So I'm going to reset and find my center of the sit bones, get comfortable, find that left sit bone, connect it to the chair. I'm going to take my left hand, palm open, rest it comfortably right on top of my head. And then I'm just going to shift onto that left side and see how easily I can find pressure through that left sit bone. See how easily I can just shift my way over to the left. And then as I go to the left, I want to push through that right sit bone down into the chair and feel that it makes my left elbow and left ribs open up, that my left elbow gets closer to the ceiling and my left ribs start to bow out and the ribs spread apart on the left. On the right, everything compresses. We want to make sure that we're not just tipping over and that elbow is pointing down towards the floor and you're not compressing on that left side. You want to feel that you can push through the left sit bone, bringing you tall and opening up that whole left side body. You want to make sure that you're unweighting the right seat and putting pressure down through the left. You don't want to just bend over to that right side. So glide to the left, push through that left sit bone, feel that left elbow rise up, feel that left side body open as you go and come back. Whew, let's do 2 more of those because those feel nice. And push through that left side, feel that left side open, feel that right side compress. And it's important to compress one side, open the other, and come back. And one more time. Good, now we're gonna take that right foot as it's attached to the floor, and we're just gonna use it to help push and glide the body over to the left as a little bit of an enhancer to even make it a little bit simpler. Make sure that you're not twisting or turning, that you're staying in this front plane here. Pushing through the foot, pushing down through that cheek, and opening up that left side body, compressing the right side. And come down and relax. Remember, rule number 1, always be kind to yourself. Make sure you're not pushing yourself into pain. Make sure you're not trying so hard that muscles tense or muscles spasm. It should feel like an easy kind of just gentle pushing or broaching into this new area so that way you can find new comfortable mobility. It's not a hard, firm stretch. And when you do that, you're gonna feel the ribs open up to the side. It's gonna make you able to stand a little taller, make you a little bit more fluid when you shift, make you a little bit easier to dance maybe if you go out later. So try that just a minute on each side to get started, or anytime you're sitting at your desk and you feel a little bit tense. Thank you so much for joining me today, and don't forget to thank yourself for doing the things that are going to make you feel better. Not everybody does it, but you did, and you should be proud of that. I'm going to be back with you next week with a whole new video teaching you how to move differently so you can feel better. Take care, everyone.